Hi, and welcome to Qigong Live Online. This is the beginners program. So this is a beginners class, and I want to do something different today. Well, I do something different every day, so I'm going to do something different for the beginners today. First of all, we're going to bow at the start, because people have asked me why I don't bow at the start and why I always bow at the end. Usually the reason is that sometimes people join the class late, and I always like people to be bowed into the class. For the advanced class, I do the whole warm-up first, and then I do the bow. But I'm going to bow now anyway, so people are going to watch this afterwards can bow with me. So the bow is important. It's like a connection between yourself and everybody else that's watching this video, and everybody else in the world that's watching this video. Even if it has a strange anomaly. Even if you are watching this and it's recorded and you're still watching, I'm talking to you right now. And if you think time doesn't exist, which I believe it doesn't, then I'm talking to you right in the present moment while you're watching this, and we're bowing together in the exact same second in time as everybody else that was. And if you could watch it in a year's time, and it's still the same present moment when you're watching it, and I'm talking to you right now. There you go. You get your head around what I just said then. But let's bow. Well, back onto your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top, two thumbs together. Gong. Make a fist with your left hand, cover it with your right. Bring it towards your heart, and then down to your physical center. Cool. Very good. So today we're going to do the movement itself, movement in Qigong. So the idea, remember Qigong is about the energy. Qigong is about cultivating energy. There's a couple of different ways we get it. Of course, we get energy from the food, and we get energy from the air we breathe. And so Qigong uses a lot of the energy from the air we breathe and use the energy from the air that goes into the lungs, and we take the energy off the oxygen, and then we move the energy around the body. Yep, that's what we do. And that's the Qigong understanding. But we also get energy from food. But once we get the energy into our physical body, then now we have movement in our physical body. We can move our arms and legs, and we walk and we eat and we do everything with our physicality of our body. And even our mind's funded by our computer still uses energy to run. So everything's using energy, and how we move is all to do with energetic, and that the combination between the energy and the muscles to give the energy direction and give it some form of vehicle to hold the energy. Otherwise, we're just consciousness floating around as consciousness with no physical vehicle. And in your dream state, you'll notice your consciousness. You'll notice if you look down, you can't see your body because you don't have one. You're just consciousness. But in here, we don't. We have consciousness inside a physical body. So we have this other thing to deal with, which is the physical thing, which is fascinating. And everybody's given a different version of it. It all looks different than everybody else. So they've all got arms and legs. Well, not everybody has arms and legs, but most people. And so you have to deal with how this functions and how it moves and how it operates. And the mastery of that. And people master this through sport. They master it on how fast this physical body can run, how high it can jump. It just says everything, how fast it can swim. And so it's worked out of all these different ways of mastering the physicality of the body. And people are taking the physical body to extraordinary levels of accomplishments, being able to do things. And gymnasts and things who can just move their bodies and just do things that not normal human beings can do, and the mastery of that. And we all in our own way have mastered physical parts of our body in some way. It might even just be playing snooker. I shouldn't say just playing snooker, because it's a very skilled game. But doing snooker, it's still all about the muscles and the memory and the sight and the alignment and everything. So no matter what it is that you do, even playing darts, I just go to darts now. Don't ask me where these come from in my head. To darts, it's all about skill, but it's all about the physicality, yeah? Let alone the big ones where you're running and jumping and running marathons, different thing. So what we want to go back to the very basic part of that whole physicality of that is the movement itself, what movement actually is. We've talked a little bit before. If you watch some of the advanced classes, I know some of you watch the advanced class and the beginners class and the series. If you watch the advanced class, we talk a lot about what's happening as the body moves and the energy. The energy moves the body. To understand the principle, the energy moves the body, and the muscles control how fast the energy moves. It's not the other way around, where the muscles move and the energy controls the muscles. It's not the other. The muscles control the amount of the speed that my arm moves is being controlled by the muscles. I tell my arm to move, it releases the energy into my arm, the energy starts moving, the muscles guide the energy. The energy is already moving. Now in Qigong, of course, we're going to get the other one, which we go to another level, is where the energy drives the energy. And you don't actually have the muscles not engaged at all. And the muscles, the energy is using them, the energy's driving itself. And it's controlling itself, and there's no muscles engaged. It's the empty arms, everything else is empty, and it's just the energy moving itself. But that comes with the practice, and that's one of the things you get from Qigong, or you get it from Tai Chi as well, is you get to move the body without you doing it, without you physically doing it. And you have an experience where you feel the body moves and the heart, everything floats. And it moves by itself, and all you're doing is telling the body what to do mentally, and this energy is doing energy. And I cannot encourage you enough, if you don't know what I'm talking about with that, is the more Qigong, one day you'll get that experience and you'll see your arm moving and you're not doing it. And you go, oh, it's moving by itself. And you'll feel that. And lots of people who've done Qigong and Tai Chi will know exactly what I just said then. And it's just one of those things that comes with it. We want to go back to the more basic understanding, though, of the movement itself, of when we move. So when we move, initially when you move, because your mind has been taught that you move with muscles. I do this, it's a muscle thing. Even though it's not, but we've been taught that it is. Muscle are involved in it, but there's an energetic movement that's important. And we're trying to get to the stage where we do less and less muscles, more and more energy. And you'll see that, and we'll do a couple of exercises so you can see it actually happening. And it's easy if you go slow. And you'll see where the muscles let go, the energy moves, the muscles let go, and the energy moves, the muscles let go, and the energy moves, and then the muscles grab hold of it and stops it. And then the muscles relax, and that moves again. Muscles relax, then moves again. It's because we don't know how to let go of the muscles, so the muscles are in control of it. Yep. So we're doing exercise. We have to do a slow exercise. So we'll do embrace the mountain from the Sherpa Shear system, and I'll show you what the exercise looks like. So it comes up from the bottom. The hands come up. The palms turn towards the palms, and then the hands open. Yep, the arms aren't straight, they're not straight, they're slight bend in the arms, and it comes back to the front, and then it comes down. Good, and I just saw the other exercise we're going to do too, comes to the front. Now I'm going to modify this slightly than we normally do it, for the nature of understanding, because there's another piece to this. I'll show you the rest of it afterwards, but we'll just want to use it so you can see the arms moving. So what I want you to do now is I want you to watch your arms. And you can watch them with your eyes if you like. You'll be able to feel it as well. Watch your arms as they come up, and you'll see your arms jerking, and they'll go like that, they'll go like that. And I'm going to exaggerate so you can see it. They'll go like that, then they'll go like that, then they go like that. When you turn to the side, you're going to go there, 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 and you'll feel this gap where they stop and they start. Yep. And you won't feel that so much until you go slowly. And you'll see when you go slower, it'll be more obvious. Yeah. So we'll do it really slowly. And then watch your arms stop and starting. Yep. And you'll see your arms stop and start. Now, if you've been doing Qigong for a while, you'll be able to do this without stopping and starting. But for most of you, if you've never done Qigong before, you'll find the arms moving, stopping and starting. And then I'll explain what's happening, why that's happening. And then bring your hands back down and just go nice and slow. And the slower you go, the easier it is to watch it. Just breathe in normally, in and out. And just watch your hands. And you'll be able to see the stop and start, and then bring your hands down. And so you can watch your hands, but you'll be able to feel it as well. You'll feel it happening inside your arms. Good. Come up again, watch the arms again on the way up. Turn the hands over. Bring the hands to the side. Go nice and slow. And you'll see your hands moving. You'll feel it stop and starting by itself. And that's what normally happens. And that's a normal response you'll get doing Qigong exercises when you go slow. Well, you get it going slow and doing anything. We'll just bring our attention to it so you know you're doing it. And then turn the hands down. It's subtle. It won't be a huge thing. You're not going to see the big movements like this. It's not quite like that. Well, it might be for some people, but most of you will be quite subtle. You'll see just stopping, starting, stopping, starting. Yep. And then we come down to the bottom. Bring your hands down and just let them come down. And you'll see them as you lower them down. And I'll explain the lowering down because it's an easy one to understand that. Good. There you go. So what's happening is the energy is moving the body and the muscles are controlling it. But when the muscles get over controlled, they stop. The muscles they'll over control. I'm not sure it's the right word. They'll be in control. So when you let the muscles go, the energy goes. The energy just wants to move by itself, and the muscles will control it. And then if the muscles do too much control, it actually stops it. Then the muscles got to relax again, let the energy go. And then the muscles over control it. Then the muscles stop it. And then you've got to let go and let the muscles relax again. And then it goes again. Then the muscles grab hold of it. As soon as you relax the muscles, the energy moves. The muscles go, and grab hold of it again. And then the muscles go, oh, no, I've stopped it. Now the muscles have to let go. And then it starts moving again. And you go, oh, and it grabs hold of it again and stops it. So this is this jerky movement we're getting. And it's all about the letting go, the muscles letting go, grabbing hold, letting go, because they're not quite sure what's going on. Because when the muscles let go, the body starts moving by itself. The energy starts moving and the muscles want to be in control because we've been taught that the muscles, we move our body by our muscles and our ligaments and our tendons. That's why we do. It's actually not actually true. We move with energy. So the other one is, the big one is when you're going down. So we do this one here, bring the hands up to the front like that. Now we go down. As we go down now, there's another thing involved in this now, and it's called gravity. And the gravity is trying to pull your arm down, the weight, and make your arms really heavy and pull them down, because gravity wants to pull them down, wants to pull you down onto the ground as well. It keeps you with your feet on the ground. The gravity's not pushing, it's pulling. It's pulling the arm down, yeah? It's actually pushing and pulling, but that's okay. So the idea of it's pushing the arms down, well, so now not only are you fighting your muscles, but you're also fighting gravity when you're letting go. So now the energy doesn't have to do anything because gravity is doing it for you. And all you're going to do now is ride gravitational pull. The gravitational pull to want to pull your arm down, you're going to ride that energy wave. So when you relax your muscles, it wants to pull it down. If you let your muscles go completely, the arm just flops, because that's what it does, because the gravity takes over and pulls your arm down and you've got no control of it. So when we're going down slowly, you have to release the muscles and then let the gravity go, but as soon as it speeds up, then you've got to grab hold of the muscles again. Or it's like driving your car and you just have the brake on slightly the whole way. So you're driving it and the brake's on, because if you let the brake off, it just drops. It's a great analogy to understand that. Full brake, take the brake off, just drops. And so the energy is going to go back, gravity goes on. So we ride the gravitational pull by as soon as we let go. And as it goes down, you're going to see it jumping. You'll see it moving like this on the way down, which is normal because you relax and the gravity takes over, and then you grab hold of it, and then the gravity takes over, and then you grab hold of it again with your muscles, then relax, and then it starts moving again. And so the idea, of course, and if you just let the muscles go, of course, the arm's just going to flop. Simple as that. So when Qigong teaches you how to do that, is how to move your arm, bring it down, just ride gravity down, and use your muscles to control the release of the gravity. So it's like it teaches you brake control. It's a great way of tuning it. So it teaches you how to ride your brakes on your arm, so you're not pumping your brake on the way down. You just hold a certain speed on your brake and come down. Yep. And the same thing on the way up, as both arms go up. Because the energy is going to the arms, they're going to want to go up by themselves, and we have to use the brake to drive them up. Otherwise, they're going to go from here. If you let the brakes go, they're going to go that. That's the of the brakes. And I've sent a message to my arms. Okay, arms go up. That's without the brake on. But if I use the brake, then I can use the muscles, tendons, ligaments to ride the energy wave, because the energy is rising by itself, because I've told it to do that. And it's doing it. Yep. And you feel that stop-start. And I think that's an important understanding of what's happening and what part is happening in the physical realm of the letting go of, when we talk about letting go the muscles so the energy does it. Because in the end, of course, not only can you ride it up and use the energy to ride the energy, not muscles at all, the energy controls the energy. But the good piece about this is that your energy controls the gravity too. And your energy can ride the gravity. That brings up a whole question about levitation, doesn't it? If you can control gravity, if your energy can override gravity and your energy can control how gravity is affecting your body, if you can control how gravity is affecting your body, then you can control whether you float or not, can't you? Just a thought for the day. come and do one of my live courses, and we practice doing levitation practice. It's fantastic. You actually can feel your body floating. It's a very unique experience anyway. So hopefully that's useful. So understand what's happening. So when we're doing our Qigong and our practice, and we do all these exercises we're doing, and I've taught you a whole lot of them so far in the beginner series, when we're doing these exercises and we're creating these exercise movements, then a lot of the movement itself is about learning how to move energy with energy and how to relax the muscles and get the energy to move. And so it's not a physical exercise anymore, it's an energetic exercise. So the muscles aren't engaged, just the muscles, just the energy is moving, and the body's relaxed and the body's moving energetically. And that's part of what we're doing. And so if you understand that as a beginner, somebody's just learning Qigong, then when you're working, you're trying to use, every time you do an exercise, whatever the exercise is, you're trying to do it with as least amount of muscles as possible. And you're trying to do it energetically. And that'll increase your development in your Qigong practice a lot. It'll develop it really quickly. If you have that concept, understand the principle of that, then it'll help you no matter what exercise you do. Wherever you're doing exercise and your body's moving, and all of a sudden now we're moving energy, and we're using the gravitational pull. We're using the inflation from the oxygen. As we breathe in, our body inflates, and we're using that inflation energy to move. We're using gravity to move our arms up and down. When we're doing exercise, we use inflation to bring the arms up. We use the gravity to bring it all back down again. And we're learning how to ride the energetic fields that we've been made from. Our physical body and our surroundings have been made of energetic constructs, and we're working out how to negotiate our physical body, energetic body in this to make it to move. And this is what the Qigong and the Tai Chi worked out thousands of years ago, how our energetic body moves and how you can harness that. It's very, very exciting. So keep practicing the exercise. Go back, there's lots of exercises. I just want to use this one today for a concept so you understand the concept of this. And then you can take this theory into the exercise. And next week when we do some more exercise next week, you'll be able to use that. Yeah. But for the last one, I'm going to do a couple of exercises for you. And we're going to pick a bit more complicated exercise to do as a warm-up exercise today for the beginners. Even though it's beginners, I want to do something slightly different. And we're going to go to, we're going to use, it's called, God, I did it in the class before as well, but on a different level. We guess called Wind Russell's Lotus Leaves. It's got a great name. But it's about how the body moves backwards and forwards. So I want to do this at the end, just as a practice, and just think of the body relaxed. Think of the energy of the body's moving. The arms are relaxed, the body's relaxed, and you're trying to use energy to move your body. Just think of those. That's all you need to do at this stage. So I'm going to mirror you. So you're going to use your right hand first. Your right hand's going to come up, and it comes up to your face, and you're looking at your hand. Then your hips turn around to the side, bring the hand around to the side, and then it turns back to the front, and then it comes across. Your hips turn again and brings your hand around. Your hips move right around. Then the hand goes down. Then the hip bring the hand across. The other hand follows it across and comes out. And I'll talk a little bit about the principle of that. Comes up to your head. Look at your hand and look at your palm of your hand with your eyes. Turn your hips, turn your body. Then turn the palm to the front and let the hips bring the body back. Good. And then bring the hand down. Now it's like we're standing in water, and it pushes the water across. As it pushes, the other hand comes across in the water, and then it comes out of the water and comes up. Palm towards your face. Move the hand and your head at the same time. Move your hips. Then turn the hand to the front. And this time it's like pushing air across the front. You move your hips. It's like pushing air across the front of your body. And then it goes down into the water. Comes across the bottom. And the hand comes up. Turn. And turn back. Goes down into the water. And you think, turn your hips. And you're turning your hips with energy. The hand floats up. Look at your hand, turn your hips. So feel the energy turn in your body. Feel the energy turn, and then feel the energy bring your hips back. Then it goes into the water. Now the water's like energy, so your hips, you push the water across with your hips, and the other hand comes out of the water, comes up. Head and eyes, turn. Come to the front. Now this exercise is called it's actually from the Shiba Shu Tai Chi Qigong system. And it's called Wind Russell's Lotus Leaves. They have great names. But it's from the Shiba Shu system. Shiba Shu 1, I think you're up to Shiba Shu 6 now. But this is from the very, very first system. Pressing. So you feel the body is just effortlessly moving. Hands come up. The body's effortlessly moving. There's no tension in the body. The body's relaxed. And you'll notice the hands, if you watch before, you'll notice your hand jerking with this one too. If you've never done this exercise before, you'll feel that. And this time we're moving our hips. So our hips are moving the exercise. And so we're trying to get our hips moving smoothly. Hips turn smoothly and quietly. And the hands following the hips. Comes up. Turn the hand to the front, press. Goes down, comes across the front. Turn. Cool. We'll do one more the other side, eh? Comes up. Perfect. Just nice and slow, nice and relaxed. I haven't given you the breathing for that. Just breathe normally in and out. It's fine. Just more a bit. It was more about today. It was about just feeling the body moving, and just feel the energy moving the body with the least amount of muscles as possible, and getting used to what that feels like. And this particular one's been generated from the hip movement from side to side, and letting the energy of the hips move from side to side, nice and slowly, nice and smoothly, and to learn how to do that. Very good. Hopefully that's useful. If you have any questions, please ask. And for all the people watching it today, I hope you enjoy that. And for the people who are going to watch it afterwards, I hope that's useful to you. And you can take that into the exercise that I've already taught in the beginner series and understand the principle of the movement. So the more we practice, the more the arms will just float energetically. It's just about practice. Nothing. There's no shortcut for that, unfortunately. It's just practice. You practice letting go, practice letting the muscles go. But anyway, there you go. Have a beautiful day, everyone. I'll see you all next week. Roll back on your thumbs. Left hand underneath, right hand on top. 2 thumbs together. Gong. Bring the energy towards your heart, then down to your physical center. Good. And then step back. And bow to each of us and everybody coming to do the class and everybody that comes to do the class afterwards. Because even though you might be watching it 2 days later or a year's time, I'm still talking to you right now, because there is no such thing as time. There's only the present moment. And I'm talking to you now. Have a good day. Bye-bye.